widened, and from where they sat they heard water lap against the banks of sand and river foam. With no adults around, their dreams of pale longing increased in size. They believed they were grown. Flashes of heat lightning flickered, made them dizzy. Sophie stepped backward, laughing. Flushed with pleasure, she caught Crow's arm and said, "Let's lie down." Crow pulled her onto the blanket. He put his arm around her, and they sat listening to the woods around them. "I heard something," Crow said, pulling back. Sophie looked startled and turned toward the river. She was sitting with one leg up, her chin resting on her knee. Her skin downy white with a mole beside her ear at the hairline. To Crow, looking at her, nothing seemed diminished. Nothing seemed small or uninteresting. "I'm just kidding," he tousled her hair. Sophie stretched her neck like a cat about to purr. "You want to go on down closer to the river?" he asked. "No." Sophie touched his leg. "You want to stay here?" Then she did something Crow had not imagined her doing, or rather imagined himself doing for her. She began to unbutton her shirt, fumbling. She leaned forward and removed it, unhooked her bra. Pieces of white cloth moved down her arms. She seemed like someone in a movie, her glossy hair, the line of her cheek. The wind scuttled through the trees, riffling the leaves. Crow could not believe her skin shining in the dark. For a moment he did not move. Then she reached to unbutton his shirt. Crow's chest and arms were big-muscled. He wasn't handsome, but he had a strong, manly appearance that made girls hum with pleasure when they saw him for the first time. Sophie settled into a comfortable position. They kissed each other carefully, as if handling a glass object. He pulled her skirt off, and as he kissed her breasts, her nipples grew hard. "Sophie," Crow whispered. Her hair spread on the ground, her face open, his hand on her breast. Then he rose above her. "Sophie, Sophie." He shuddered with desire. "I know," she told him, but she looked uneasy. "Have you ever done this before?" Her voice sounded shaky. "Not really," he told her. "I mean, not like this." She didn't ask what he meant. The only other time Crow had had a woman was down by the railroad tracks when Tom, Casey, and Bobby paid for Eileen's services on his 15th birthday. They gave him 5 condoms. The woman was 30-something, and she cost $50. He hadn't liked it as much as he thought he would, but he liked it enough to think of her every night for 2 weeks afterward. The best part being that his friends knew he was no longer a virgin. He wouldn't tell Sophie about Eileen, but he was glad to feel the confidence of experience. "Have you?" He didn't think she had. He felt caught by the perfume of her body. She let him stroke her arms and legs. She made him feel slow-witted. As Crow moved on top of her, she parted her legs slightly, willing. She did not urge him to wait or stop. He touched her thighs, between her thighs. He looked at her white, papery skin and the thick tuft of dark hair. When Crow looked back at her face, her mouth seemed edgy, and a hot-blooded certainty came running toward him like a horse. For a long while they urged each other with odd angles of arms and legs, a wild symmetry of touch and whisperings that moved them into a mood of perfect order. "I want to go inside you." His words were a question, but he was almost inside her already, pushing. Sophie did not resist, but then said, Wait. No, please, let me. Sophie, please." "Do you have something, Crow? Aren't you going to use something?" "Shit." He seemed to wake now. "What?" "Oh, shit. I think I came a little bit." "But don't you have something?" They had talked about using something the first time. "It's in the car, in the glove compartment." "I think we should." "Okay."